142 over.
142.
Let me know when you're ready to go before you take exit from my boys. And then I was going to try to run this 188 ahead of you.
Okay, alright.
We'll pull them up there. It's just having some issues with these in here.
Hello, rail friends, and thanks for being with Casey and I here on Rail Moments. We are at the Chickamauga Dam on the Tennessee River, overlooking the CNO&TP South, where we are waiting on the Wabash Heritage Locomotive 1070, leading train NS123 into the DeButts Yard today. He passed Spring City an hour ago, so we thought we'd just go ahead and jump on and go live. We're here overlooking the river and the new dam, or the new lock that they're building, and it's such a peaceful day. It's mid-afternoon. We're probably around 88 degrees right now, and many of you have been with me here on Sunday mornings, and once I show you, once we pan the area, you'll see how much higher the river is than normal, and you'll see, looks like all the turbines are currently generating power, and you can see the swirling turbulence that it causes in the river and how much higher it is. So you'll see the birds that are fishing. I understand when that water rolls like that, it rolls the fish up towards the top because it disorients them. There's so much riptide underneath there. So we'll go ahead and pan the area while we're waiting on our locomotive to make his way here. Like I said, don't know the timing. Could be 5 minutes, could be 50 minutes, but we are ready for him. We are going to film a little production as well, and we're here at the what's called the Riverwalk. The Tennessee Riverwalk starts here, goes all the way down past downtown Chattanooga, and goes to basically the St. Elmo and the lookout at the base of Lookout Mountain. So, lots to see, exciting moments coming. And you'll see the different wildlife and stuff as we pan. So let's take a look at the area as we await the arrival of the Wabash. Norfolk Southern Heritage Locomotive, who is leading today's NS123 train. Also, ironically, we are awaiting the Penn Central 1073 Florida to Chicago that will also pass us and go across this bridge. Don't know what their timing's going to be, but both will cross over this bridge. There you can see the Chickamauga Dam, and as you can tell, you can see the white churning water, as on the other side is Chickamauga Lake. And as that water rolls through the turnstiles past the generating units down in the basement of that powerhouse there for the dam, with all the heat that we've had here in the Chattanooga area this week, I'm sure electrical demands are an absolute high. All the spillways, those steel gates, those gray steel gates that you see over to the left, are currently all closed. Those are spillways where when they have excess water, they release from there to control the height and depth of Chickamauga Lake. And across the way, and above that dam, that road you see is Highway 153. And across the way, you see the new locks that they are building, and the various cranes, etc. That is a multi, and when I say multi, I mean a whole bunch of years worth of work there, previously and coming. And once done, it will have more capacity for the barges and boats, etc., to pass this point going up and down the Tennessee River. You see how massive that structure is. All those big round cylinders you see is holding back the Tennessee River, because there's a massive hole back there where they're working. And I think we do have a train on approach. It echoes here, so it's hard to tell the direction, but I believe this is 188 coming in from behind us. Due to the extreme heat, we are underneath the biggest tree we could find to control the radiant heat effect on the recording equipment. And also we are monitoring the progress of 1073 coming north, but there are quite a few trains backed up, as I noticed that going westbound through Chattanooga. So let's go ahead and watch our northbound going across the CNO&TP, or coming up the CNO&TP Sub-South here on the Tenbridge. As you can hear him, he is right behind those trees. Right there, just at the site. We can hear him running. And this is the massive tree that we're under. And the branches are hanging on that side, as you can see. And look how high from normal on the bridge pylons the water is. Sounds like he's gearing up. And he'll be going across this section. We watched this train come through Dalton earlier and then up through Ottawa an hour later as he makes his way across Tenbridge. check out the skull. And here before long, you're going to see a big-nosed guy looking over at you. And here he comes. Right there. He's peeking over the top of the O on Opus.
Alright, bottom 6 to the head in, plug in 3. And it looks like 4 is a clear hose down here. Use that front 6. That will hold the top. Back to the top. Down, that's it. Copy that. Don't you cut off that one.
I think Peter. Dark night. AC 66, I got you going towards that 43. 6 cars, 990. Bring them back up here and we'll remop them. Okay.
That north-south car, CP086. All right.
And as you can see, he has come to a stop on top of Tenbridge. And in the meantime, while he was going across, directly behind him, and maybe you can hear it. Maybe not. But there is another locomotive right behind those trees. I'll be quiet, maybe you can hear him. I'm going to go ahead and get the dead cat put on because we have a tad of a breeze, which could be giving you some noise. But there is a second train right behind that tree to the left of that telephone post that you see, not the parking lot light, but the telephone post up on top of the bridge. There is another train that just pulled up and has stopped there. So while we wait on what's to come, because our train is a southbound, we have this train sitting up top, we'll go ahead and give you a full screen, and you can watch the current as it hits those pylons. And like I said, you can see how much higher it is right here than normal. When you watch our Sunday morning coffees that start out here, for those of you who have been on before with us, normally when you see the egrets sitting there, they're a good 3-4 feet, just as recent as last week, above that water level. So obviously they have all the turbines running right now to produce enough electricity, both for us and the other areas that they provide. TVA provides power to, because with the almost 100 degree or right at 100 degree temperatures we've had this week, I'm sure all the power demands are pretty much at full bore on TVA's resources. So we're here. Our train is somewhere just north of us waiting. Obviously, if both of these trains are in the way, he's not going to be able to come in. As when we were looking for places to go, and I'm monitoring the line coming up out of Dalton, so if you hear a horn, I'm still looking for our second Heritage locomotive that's due to go across here, which is the Penn Central, the 1073, making a run from Florida to Chicago. So, and at some point 1073 will go through here. But for the moment, we've got one sitting on top, another one right behind him, and listening for our third. And at this point, I'm going to leave you on the bridge. You can see the water and the currents hitting. You can hear the scanner. The scanner is covering. You are listening to the activity in the DeButts Yard. And I said there was quite a few trains backed up coming in from the east going west. This train was one of those. 2.5 hours ago, he was in Dalton. So
we're hanging back off Hamill Road, and we can't tell if we got a signal or not. If you let us know when we get a signal at Hickson, Harold.
Yeah, no problem. I got you.
All right, that's our train that you're looking at. Hamill Road in Hickson is just to the north of us.
Yeah, I got it. I'll let you.
And he's past the signal light, so he can't see, so he's waiting for authorization to proceed. But he's holding just short, apparently there at Hamill. So let's go ahead and listen to the scanner, see what happens, and we'll kind of monitor the action from here.
Just holler at me when you're ready.
Signal maintain. Should be switch, I can get it to throw, but it's one of those you gotta throw it reverse, throw it normal so it can lock in. You got the 20 feet for that. Break lane for headroom to get next 6, back over 30. ATO2, what's the full back? Left, middle of up. Check what's the full back.
I can hear the phone ringing in the locomotive behind us. Now, what could happen to us here, depending on the setup, what you're looking at on the bridge is a double track bridge here at Tenbridge. So Tenbridge, here at the end of the CNO&TP South Sub. So we have a northbound sitting there. Directly to your left, we have another locomotive that we have no idea which line of the two he's sitting on. North of us, coming towards us, is our Heritage Locomotive, the Wabash 1070, NS1070, running lead point on NS123. So, in order for this northbound to go, although it is double track for a ways going up.
CP dispatch. You got a signal test on it?
As I was saying, I was listening to the dispatcher there. Our northbound coming in onto the DeButts Yard could pass us on the back side of that train right now. So, we may only get a glimpse in this section to the left of our Heritage Locomotive. He will be headed into the yard, and he does terminate here. So, we'll catch him at the other end, assuming that all things operate as normal. If for some reason they decide to hold him, he could be doing, depending how full the yard is, they could tie him down north of us. So, at this moment, none of the options I know of for sure. We haven't heard anything on the scanner. We have a train holding in front of us going north. We have one behind him also going north. And we're looking for our inbounder. And we know there's a lot of traffic today. So, and you can see, especially if you're watching on TV, you can see just, if you have a 4K TV, you can see just how much current. And you can see the water swirling in circles as it comes out of the dam's power unit, where the water's going through the turbines producing electricity here at the TVA Chickamauga Dam. As it hits those pylons, like I said, it's normally way lower than what we are today. As it hits those pylons, you can see the water, the white water it's producing, and the current literally piling up against. You can see how it's higher on the front of the pylon where the water's hitting it. There's so much water coming at it, hitting it so hard. Under each one of those is a massive base that you can just barely see the tops of at this moment. So, we're going to have to watch how all this plays out. And once we do find out what NS123 is going to do, we hope to watch him go into the yard, pull up at the other end at the soccer fields where we'll get to watch him break down. So for now, sit back, relax, enjoy. There's a whole bunch of red kayaks that went a little bit ago. Here comes a yacht coming up the Tennessee River. He'll go in over there on the far side where he'll enter the dam. Excuse me, where he'll enter the lock to get lifted up to lake level and then go out the other side on Chickamauga Lake. We are anchored underneath this tree due to the radiant heat factor. It would probably go through our umbrella and create a halo too hot for the recording equipment today, so we're doing it the old-fashioned way. There goes a couple egrets as they just split, went different directions. One's going underneath the train and circling back around, as you can see. And he's going to land on the other side and wait and watch for a fish to swirl up to the top. He's going to have him a little midday snack. Oh, and here comes PTI. There's the PTI car. See him going up the hill right there. So PTI is on site. Looks like they are bringing in a train crew. So our train, or they're bringing something. There's a man with two things in his hand getting dropped off. Looked like two submarine sandwiches.
CT, this 142, I think finally ready to go.
Alright, you got signal fast 6.
And there goes our PTI car. Our NS employee has gone up the steps over there on the far side of that bridge.
142, signal location, my Hickson.
Okay, I understand. Showing red fence down Hickson right now.
Yeah, Hickson, the CP is going in and out. I'm showing a clear signal right now on my side. Is it showing red on yours?
That's correct.
Stand by.
Okay, they are talking to the train here that's with us. He's waiting for his green signal indication, and it appears or it sounds as though they think he has it, but he says he's not seeing it. Our other train is revving up behind us, our other locomotive. So, if that's the case, that means he's going to be on the far side track as this bridge is double tracked, and he's going to pass by our current standing train. So let's listen for a moment and see what happens. Let's swing over here where you can hear him. His engine running right there. And now you can hear him revving as he's about to come into view, entering onto the south end of Tenbridge.
You got it clear now? Yeah, I'm done now. Alright, signal and engage my Hickson. Here we go. The window?
Locomotive 1218 and 7688. First car behind them, Wisconsin Central, two of them.
Okay, brake recovery complete. Process ready. Pull back protection off. Out.
My friend Colin is coming up on one of the last major fundraising deadlines.
Load of new cars.
AC 33 North Tower.
North Tower.
There's a blue flag laying on one of these engines. You have somebody come remove it. It's on at 36.
NS709A. Brake light fully charged. Out.
And there goes our train on the other track, northbound, where he's going to meet the Wabash Heritage Locomotive 1070 coming from Illinois on leading train 123. And here sits our northbound still on top of Tenbridge at the drawbridge portion. Let me go ahead and bring you out so you can see the current, how fast it's moving. And a great big hello to everyone. Thanks for being with us here on Rail Moments, where we are awaiting the arrival of Tongue 70, the Wabash, leading on the front end, on the head end, NS123 from Illinois into the DeButts Yard. And in the meantime, Heritage Locomotive 1073, the Penn Central, Florida to Chicago, has cleared Dalton and Varnell and is making his way right here to where we are at the Chickamauga Dam and locks. And as you can see, the swirling white water
Cut off that fork track. Come on up. Back up.
coming out the bottom of the powerhouse producing electricity, as we have basically been 100 degrees every day this week. And right over there is a white yacht. He's at the end. He's waiting to go in the far lock, the old locks that are functioning still, but narrower, as they make the new one here in front of us, which will be a multi-year project. I can't even remember how long ago this started. All those great big cylinders are anchored down into the basin of the river, holding the water back for the workers. So you can see just how fast this water is churning.
The hot hand off the hot hand off the fork track is warm. By that time, most of the shops are here.
I go put the brake back down. Gas off. We're probably going to have to get one of the north tunnel and we'll start moving.
That horn you heard that sounds like a barge, that is the horn for the lock, signaling either opening or closing of the lock over there. And you can see power literally being made before your eyes, with the traffic from Route 153 going over the top.
Signal location is ready for you. Stand over. Signal location, check that track door there. I don't hit this way.
Yeah. Otherwise, that would be really fucking hard.
Those were some thunderclouds you're hearing overhead.
God, rough shack, come over. Have one. There we go. Hey, you guys are lined out Mount Frey Lee, you got permission to pull. Security's in place, he's going to verify your gun. Okay, you're showing that fifth out, not sixth out?
So, here's our scenario as we know it. It's going to rain at 6 p.m. Is it today? Well, like I said, I have the thunder and the clouds. The look over to the west of us, exactly where we hope to catch the Wabash when they take him to the end of the DeButts Yard to break him down. In the meantime, our northbound train is holding here at Tenbridge. Pollen is awful. It has been almost 100 all week long, and we do have chance of rain for the next 8 days. So back here, and you pick if you want to call it trackside, bridge side, riverside, dam side, or sidewalk side, waiting on our feature locomotive.
That's absolutely no problem. I probably looked at it 100 times. That's no problem.
So rain at 5 and 6. The power plant in the base of the dam is just churning water. And that, even with the dead cat on, you can hear the sounds of the turbulent water coming out and the river rushing out from underneath the powerhouse section there where electricity is currently being produced. And like I said, you can see the white water literally bubbling up there at the base of the powerhouse as it comes out from underneath the dam where it's been released after turning the turbines to produce the power. And like I said, there's just a continuous roar of noise as that process takes place, and no idea how many gallons of water a moment coming out from underneath that dam where the Chickamauga River is there on the other side. all the spillways are closed, except where you see one that's got a cascade of water with a leak there in the corner. There's quite a bit of water running out of. And over in the middle, to the far left, water being pumped out of down below of that massive undertaking. All the cranes in place. The various Berg's fish go across the water.
On the desk, 188.
Looking for
188.
lunch.
Yeah, 188. Are you running both locomotives? That's correct. We got energy management today. Leader, we don't. Leader, you still have to comply with HPD. It's only when you have trip optimizer that you run them all. Oh, I understand. Just trip optimizer, not leader. All right, let's correct that. Get that second motor shut down, please. Take care of it. Get out.
Interesting conversation.
Yep, I know. Out.
We have picked up a gentleman fishing here in front of us. Mind you, it's 90 degrees. That siren you hear is the locks operating, giving notification.
That's correct.
Working on picking him a spot that looks just right. As we await the Wabash NS1070 to come south, right past this point, and 1073, the Penn Central, to also come right past this point. And while they were on a much different timetable, it does look like there is some holdup on the CNO&TP.
Alright, you got a signal indication by Summit.
One thing the Tennessee Valley has, and that is plenty of pollen and well, hello there on your bike. Thanks for seeing the sign. Thanks for passing. Thanks for jumping on. And thanks for hanging out here with Rail Moments. Well, it's a peaceful day. I do prefer, in all honesty, to be in the shade. I'll let you tell us how it is in the sun. in addition to doing all that pedaling. Oh my, but hey, we're really glad you joined on. And as I show you the water here, you can see just how much undertow and the twirling as that water's literally spinning in circles, making bubbles that are solid water because of how it comes through the turbine. And as for our viewer on the bike, this is one of those places that everybody comes. From where I am, you can ride your bike, you can walk, you can go out on the jetties, you can go all the way to downtown Chattanooga and beyond over to St. Elmo. This is a beautiful, beautiful path. There's restrooms. This is just the beginning. And it goes on down. There's a park there, picnic benches and everything. Beyond this carries, there's bridges over the rivers that go in. There's different playground areas. Chack State is over there to the left. And the entire way, you're right along the river. So you can watch all the river activity, the boating activity, and sea-doos and kayaks and everything else. And if you were here now, you could ride right behind D. But I believe he's riding towards town. There are some areas you have a little uphill. There's some areas you have a little downhill. But every area requires pedaling. So my thoughts are with you. I'll live through you vicariously as you pedal your bike on into the Chattanooga area. And kind of an interesting thing here is for those of you that were just with us, literally on this side of the bridge, we're under a cloud. On the other side of the bridge, there's no cloud coverage, and you can see the difference in the color of the water. It's bright on that side and shaded. And God bless you as well. Make sure you drink lots of water on that bike. Matter of fact, I'm going to have some for you right here, as we all get our exercise, thinking of you pedaling along this beautiful river on this not as bad as it's been all weekday. Don't forget to subscribe. We come here many times. Sunday morning is kind of our first stop, although tomorrow, with being Labor Day, I think we're going to the lake instead. And I won't be live with you in the morning. Don't know yet. We'll have to see. You can see up above, kind of dark skyline over that way. We're supposed to have rain at 5 and 6. And as you heard, we need to get rid of some pollen. And yes, mid-80s next week. So we go from high 90s this week to mid-80s next week. So but yeah, tomorrow for Labor Day celebrations, we go to the lake on Sunday. So we call it our Labor Day at the lake, where we go up and see friends. So tomorrow morning we go north of Spring City to the lake, and that's our Labor Day outing. And then we miss all the traffic, which will be on Monday. So, oh no, you're good. I probably didn't say it right. And to me, it's just one great big Labor Day, because the office is closed. Chuck has the place locked down. Guards are in place. So I can be here with you guys as we await the Wabash Locomotive 1070 to come south from Illinois on leading NS123. And at the same time, The Penn Central 1073 is making his way north to us from Florida, going to Chicago. Oh, there's no kidding. August has just passed by. I mean, think about it. We are 2 months to Halloween. Just. Now that rain needs to stay over there to the north because we're all hanging out here waiting on our heritage locomotives, and we want to make sure if we invest this time in this beautiful setting, we get that. So the good news is this train that's waiting to go northbound has pulled far enough. If nothing else, we will get that. If the Penn Central would hurry, we could catch him going north, and then we can go the other end of the DeButts Yard and catch the Wabash again. So as the day pans out, as the weather does weather things here on this holiday weekend, we're going to enjoy the serenity of our setting. The roar of the dam producing electricity behind us. And that undertow current, unbelievable there. And we are listening to the scanner for activity there both in the DeButts Yard and the inbound lines. You can see that water crashing into the pylons of the bridge. How fast the current is.
There's a 188, still waiting for a line of bound. Yep.
Yeah, you should be able to load up. That yellow one says locomotive in remote control mode. That's supposed to be on there? Okay, yeah, look at those. I can't find the blue one anywhere.
Yeah, the RCO tags go on there. They're required to be on there to let anybody know the RCO is. The RCO tag is correct.
Okay, yeah, I'll look on it, make sure I find it. Alright.
Well, that train's waiting for signal indication. That's our channel.
I'm very talking about it. Looks like I'm the council. Looks like I'm the council.
He's sitting on the CNO.
Okay, yeah, let me take a better look at it.
South Subline, and this is known as Tenbridge. And that way goes into the DeButts Yard. He is northbound waiting for clearance to proceed. And then one of our heritage locomotives is coming south from Illinois. And we have another one, ironically, this is only 20 up from NS country. He's actually coming north right now from Florida. So
Stopping out west, shoving number 9 into clear hole. On the west side.
it's hard to tell in track
All right.
time. It's totally different than real time.
33 Ray double O.
It's a double track.
Come on down the window.
You drive probably an hour now. It just
We have Krispy Kreme donuts in the stack if you eat that.
ours.
I said we have Krispy Kreme donuts in the stack if you eat that.
City 2 hours. So he's someplace in front of this. Our other train is past Ottawa already. So his level of priority, they can. This is Yeah, of the heritage locomotives, yes. Yes, very limited engines of the various lines that NS over the years. So like Illinois Railroad was the name of one of the rail lines that they consumed. So there's a locomotive honoring the Illinois Railroad. The Wabash was another line. The Wabash is going south, and Central is going north. So each one of those 20, they have a heritage locomotive. Honor the lines that made up what is today the NS system. And two of those, ironically, will pass here this afternoon, and at the rate they're going, probably relatively close to each other, which is rare. Peaceful day. We're live with that train right now,
Oh, okay.
and we are waiting for a heritage locomotive that's coming south.
Okay.
Another heritage locomotive that's going to be going north, leading their trains. This train happens to be going north.
Hold that protection off. Wait by fully charged.
So
Out.
right now we're just kind of doing a little bit of everything. We're actually live, so we're not actually in production. Right. Well, yeah, it's the normal traffic plan. It has just two special locomotives of interest coming by today. One, Penn Central is going north that we're looking for, and the Wabash is coming south. The Wabash is just up in front of him, and the Penn Central is on this side of Boudoir, so they're both close. It's unusual for there's only 20 in the entire NS system, which how many rail lines that NS has. So we're waiting for him to go on and catch our two, and then we'll go chase one of them on down to the DeButts Yard, depending on what all that weather is.
Yeah, we cheers the same. It's pretty fun up.
It is. Here, let me give you a card from our channel. Hang on.
Go ahead, Clem. Yeah, I'll be roughly. Baller.
Hey, check double check the C rail, let me know if you're outside the north end.
Sure.
some more salt.
2, 9, 8. Reset safety timeout. Cover train brake from bell side. Hold back protection off. Out.
Two bikes just went zipping past me. Both of them say electric on them. Oh, there takes off a bird. He's gonna go find another fishing spot. Over there on that far side,
9, 8. Nope.
you can see just how dark it's getting. So, over on Signal Mountain, and to the north of us, probably Dayton, Sail Creek, that area. You're probably wet right now.
Never seen that thing sprayer. Back away. Go with 40 track tank. Alright, after I get this line in the clear.
Yeah, just
back away,
catching up on
40
everybody's
track in the
notes.
clear, Wabash.
If you haven't started your Christmas buying, now's the time. I was at Lowe's yesterday and they're massively full of Halloween items. And my wife is telling me about all the sales on Michael's, or at Michael's, on Christmas stuff. So I'll let you sort all that out. Little Debbie's is one of the places, that area that we do go. There's a crossing just past Little Debbie's. It's a private dead end one that's great for in the afternoon. Just during the summer, it's really, really tough because of the direct sun. Anything over 92 kind of really hurts. One of the places we do go a lot is to Bootlegger's Crossing, which is just a little ways from there. And then also one of our videos is the derailment that happened there by Little Debbie's, where the
188 there, MTR.
188 off Lot 8.
Go to channel 2 over on 7070.
where he carried that bridge beam across there and it derailed the 3 locomotives.
Yeah, 7070.
Yeah, 188 of the 31st.
Do you by chance,
we're,
let's see.
I've tried several times and keep giving me the same message.
Crash, have you rail fanned up at
Train departure
Bootlegger's Crossing there right before they go over Little Debbie's Parkway? That's a super favorite spot. Because depending if you park up there by the cemetery, you can film up there. You have a nice overview of the whole area. You can see now that the helicopter trimmed back that S curve just past Bootlegger's Crossing. You can see all the way down that line and just have so much activity there where they stop to wait to diverge and either go north up to Knoxville or south down to Atlanta. So I love that area out there. There's so much train traffic, and then as you know, I spend a lot of time in Dalton just because it's the one place that you can go 24/7, have lights, and have both NS and CSX action together. Cool. Yeah, are you the one that reported it in Varnell? I saw that. I hope they keep him rolling because at the current pace we're going, he will make it here. Yes, Bootlegger's Crossing. If you look up the historical part, goes back to there by the whistle stop. That area from Little Debbie's Parkway and what have you, that area over was James, James County. James County went bankrupt and was annexed or became part of Hamilton County. That's why if you go over to the Whistle Stop restaurant, that old patrol car sitting there that says James County, that's why. That used to be James County. And just on the other side, do you know where the old water tower is there at the Y, at the end of Railroad Avenue? There used to be the Ottawa Depot, sat there on that siding, right there. Just in between, and that's where the old water tower still stands today, and they pumped it from that creek right behind it. Yeah, Bootlegger's Crossing goes back to Prohibition days, and there's a number of railfan spots and sites that talk about it out that way. And it's right there by, it's that area that's right there by the cemetery down below, that great big section where you can park. But since that's NS property, filming on it technically and legally requires authorization, so that's why we work off the siding of the road, since that's public access. There's a gentleman riding his Sea-Doo. I would not want to be the one that tipped over in this current because it is a massive, massive undertow here as the water comes churning upward, and you can see it slamming against the pylons and turning white. And it is much deeper than it has been the last several weeks, because I imagine they're producing as much electrical power as they possibly can to meet the demands right now.
I'll try whatever I can on time, man.
Yep, that old police car there sits at Whistle Stop, the restaurant. It says James County on it. Yeah, that used to be the James County area till James County went bankrupt, and then it turned into part of Hamilton County. And then Bootleggers Crossing, it's a very intriguing spot, except, like I said, it's the road, once they put Little Debbie's Parkway in, where the bridge is, it goes over Little Debbie Parkway. That's the area, and that great big graveled area has been a railfan site for many, many years, and many, many people have stopped there and written about it and talked about going there, and it's kind of off the path, but a lot of train activity because, as you know, everything going to Atlanta comes past there, and everything going to Knoxville comes past there. And then once they get up to Citico here by the dam, you pick up the NS traffic going up to Cincinnati. So it's a all that. It's just a fantastic spot. And like Howardsville Road out where in Long, I love that spot as well. It's just there's very little internet connection there. And that's a fantastic place because there's a lot of trains that get held there for a lot of time or get crew changes. You got where they diverge down from 2 to 1 coming north there. So that's another favorite spot. The only problem is, like I said, doing a live there is tough because the internet coverage signal from Verizon is at best spotty there. If anybody knows where 1070 is, that's north of us, we are looking for the Wabash. We know he's sitting just north of us somewhere. And if anyone knows where the Penn Central is, he's on his way to Chicago. He's going to go past this point. We know he's gone past Varnell because you reported him there. Anybody know if he's through Ottawa and where he is? We were up in Ottawa and we were going to film there earlier until it looked like this train was going to be first. And we figured, well, worst case scenario, we can just catch both of them here. So we left Ottawa, and on the way here, I saw a number of trains coming from the east going west that were held at the different points, Summit, Jersey, etc. So I'm guessing there's a lot of traffic in the way, it would appear.
10, 8, 6, 7, 8, conscious ready. Hold that protection off.
And if I'm not mistaken, 1073 is on a priority train, so since he's going north, I don't know, maybe they can route him around everybody. But if anybody knows where either of those two are, let me know, because we're sitting here waiting on them.
22, whatever this,
and then we hope to follow the Wabash down into the yard at the other end and catch him there.
Now when you're ready. $369 on Newton at 330, $369, $330. That'll be hotel wash power out of the shop. $179, $340. $179, $340 for the main line. $284, $284.
Tennessee, so I'm guessing they're having a 3 to 55 Tennessee Vols versus I'm guessing it's the Chattanooga Mocs? Well, that can't be much of a lineup.
440 main line. And then 284, 284, 445 main line.
Okay, I do hear locomotive action. I'm not sure what direction because it echoes here. Let's watch and see. Okay, we have a southbound. We have southbound traffic.
There, 273. Go under the hop up the curve.
This could be the Wabash. Don't know for sure. On train 123, I haven't heard it on the scanner, but let's see. We'll see him pop out behind this train. We'll get a little bit of him.
CT to 188, your signal 566.
All right, signal 186. Here we go.
Thank you. Clear up
Pretty off the middle before you try to go 5 here.
Yeah, 550.
You waiting for a specific engine?
He just went, the Wabash.
Okay.
And then the Penn Central is coming northbound as well. So it's a fantastic train day.
So I just arrived today from Cordova, Alaska, where the $1 Million Bridge was built.
Oh, how cool is that?
And you need to check that out.
Don't pass my truck already. But I would love to go see it. This is our channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe and I saw that on the back. I'll subscribe and I'll let you
Please.
just Google the Copper River Cordova, Copper River Highway. It's a bridge they built. They spent $1 million. It's called the $1 Million Bridge. And a few years after they built the bridge, the Child's Glacier spat out a huge iceberg that collapsed the bridge.
No.
And this is back in the day when $1 million was a lot of money. So $1 million bridge. If you like rail, if you like anything that has to do with trains,
I do. Thanks so much. I will.
I'll send you the information on the.
Okay, please.
I'll subscribe right now, and I'll send you the information. If you ever go to Cordova, there's no road there. Fly there, or by boat. You see the rail. And a second, 1 second.
Reset safety sign out. Cover train brakes from Belfast. Hold that protection off. Out.
And there comes the Wabash led train coming into the DeButts Yard. NS123 passing right in front of you across the bridge. Well, don't finish the ride, jig back out and come on back to this end. We'd like to see you again. You can even say hi to everybody. As the Wabash led train with a BNSF rear DPU finishes his way across the Tennessee River here on the Tenbridge on the CNO&TP South Sub. Comes our BNSF locomotive. Bring up the rear of this train, rear DPU, as he's going to make his way into the yard, and it is our plan to go catch him, depending on what the weather conditions are, at the other end of the yard, because it's all dark and black over on that side. Comes some folks in their pontoon boat. Does anybody know where the Penn Central is right now? I know the Penn Central is supposed to be coming across here. He should be, or could be, literally waiting. So if anybody has any information on Penn Central, fill us in. It'll be a little bit before this train gets to the other end of the DeButts Yard, because we are going to go catch him there. But before we leave here, we would like to get a double header catch here. Wabash coming south, and then the Penn Central going north. Right here would be an awesome way to start the holiday weekend. So, we are limited under this spot, under this tree, because of the heat factor. Oh, there's a great big smiley face on the fuel tank of BNSF 7261. Someone's painted a big white smiley face on that locomotive, that rear DPU, as he makes his way on in. Passing the Y there at Citico. Crane fight. One must have got a fish and the other one didn't.
Wabash protection off. Out.
All right. You can see just how strong that current is as the power, and you can hear the sound from the roar. Yes, it is getting darker, so for the moment, we're going to hang out here in hopes that we're about to see the Penn Central go north. And then, in about 30 minutes, we're going to pull up stakes. So like I said, if anybody knows where the Penn Central is, please fill us in.
When you're ready. 29F, 29F on 510 Hotel Brown.
Off. Out.
So at this moment, we are waiting to find where the Penn Central's hiding. Look at just how turbulent the spitting, churning of that water is.
Star 373.
1509.
Find out about where it is. We'll go up there, go up there and look at your things, drop the CC off, and get that electric.
Up there about 15, Tenbridge Yard.
22 line up to that's correct. You see the pullback line up.
Clear, boys, due north.
Correct, all back up here, go back to where your line. Back to 6. Go behind get in and get stuff. Sorry, good. 373 put it off in there, full track 3. Alright. Yeah, we'll put it off that 40 track number 1 as well. That's 369. Alright. T6, hotel. Track 10. Stand by, I gotta get the power passing here. Get it back.
It generally takes from here an hour . from this point to the far west end of the DeButts Yard, where they start the tear those trains down that are terminated. And over that direction, it does look quite wet. So, and again, we know someplace very, very close right now is the Penn Central. And just like the Wabash, the Penn Central is leading as well. So, we're hoping that we can catch that for you guys here. Thanks, Los Mexican Films. Like I said, I've written that down. I do look forward. He's talking about, for the rest of you that are on, they built this massive bridge up in Alaska, and right after it happened, a iceberg broke loose from a glacier, took out the bridge. Then they had a tsunami and an earthquake all went up in this massive town that has in the rail line up there. So I'm looking forward to reading the whole thing, but I can just tell you it was a lot of tragedy. But everybody, if you guys haven't heard, because like I said, I can't wait to look about the $1 Million Bridge in Alaska, in Cordova, Cordova. So for those of you who watch this in the future, and you aren't live with us right now and may not be looking at the chat, check out the $1 Million Bridge that went down right after they completed it in Alaska. So, we're going to sit here and monitor Tenbridge for a little bit, watch our weather conditions.
Approach Tenbridge, due north.
Hello, train salute for y'all. And there goes what I was hoping was going to surprise us to be 26C, the Penn Central leading from Florida to Chicago, passing by us. Backing up a couple questions on the monitor. No, I have a real job that pays for all of this that I do during the week. So this is a passion and a hobby and a mission and a second job, all of the above. Although if you're going to define job by income, it's a charity job, but it's one that I do with passion, and it's a great chance to bring everybody together. It provides a platform, and it's fun. You know, it's just fun to catch something and the uniqueness of it, and then share it with others around the world, around the country, around the state, or around the community. Many times you guys are with me in the evening when I'm in Dalton and you're watching to the north or the south of us. Give you a heads up that's coming. We get to see it multiple times. It's just a whole list of reasons why I do this, but one of which is I enjoy it. That's the first reason. So at the moment, we're hanging out here where we're hoping, since there's double track here, we're hoping that the Penn Central is going to get authorization on 26C to go ahead and go across and continue his trip north, because I do believe he is on a priority basis train leading. So, and in the meantime, we know the Wabash is making his way into the DeButts Yard, but he can only do about 5 miles an hour once he gets to the yard limit, and he's got to pass all the way through, assuming there's nothing in his way between here and there. And then they'll break down that train, push him back, and then send him onto the fuel racks, which, for all intents and purposes, is something we're going to catch and watch and see happening. But before we roll off, we're going to hope that we get to see the Penn Central here. And since it's now kind of gotten darker where we are, unless it starts raining, we're going to go ahead and move over a tad, since right now there is no sun and we don't have to worry about radiant heat. We're going to move over here where we have a office shelf. And set up here out of everybody's way. But in case the storm should hit, we are going to be ready to pack and flee. Literally. So I'm going to move all our things here. We're going to continue to monitor the bridge. Where it has gotten much darker here, as you can tell. Trying to lighten you up there a little bit. You can see just how strong that current is as you watch that pontoon boat just whisk away with the current from the water churning out from underneath the dam, producing power here at the Tennessee Valley Authority Chickamauga Dam. And we do have raindrops starting, so we're going to see what happens. But in the meantime, you guys watch the duck boat. Keep an eye on the bridge, where we are currently looking for the Penn Central to cross at any moment. Hi guys, how are y'all? You're fine. Hi. He's gonna just do his thing. He's more interested in what can I find.
My God.
What about a stop board? I thought you did a stop.
And that could be the Wabash passing Coffey's Cliff right there where the defect detector is that you guys hear every time we work out of Coffey's Cliff.
Milepost 334.1, no defect. Repeat, no defect.
So for the moment, we are still hanging out here at Tenbridge, where we are awaiting the arrival for the Penn Central. Oh, thanks, Bag Squatch, for the update. We've been wondering where it is. That's fantastic. Thank you very, very much. And for all of you that just read that, and I have the monitors on a couple other things, so Penn Central just went by the TVRM. So again, thank you, Bag Squatch, for filling us in, getting everybody in the loop. Now, as long as that train can beat the rain, we will be good to go. Hopefully he doesn't need to do a crew change there at Brown, and he can just keep rolling right on through. So, the water's roaring as it's making electricity, as it's hitting the pylons. The bergs continue to fish. Folks continue to walk here. And we now have a clear view since that northbound is finally moved after being here over probably an hour. We now have a clear view for the Penn Central to roll the entire bridge. And since he's coming from TVRM, that puts him from where we are, 5 miles. So we're listening, we're looking, we're ready. I know you guys are excited. I am. But as you all know, I get excited easy. The thrill of the chase, the excitement of the catch. Doesn't get any better than that. All right. Don't go anywhere, as you saw. Thank you for that report. As you saw, 26C, the Penn Central, has passed TVRM. TVRM is literally around the corner. And from Citico, by train time, 10 to 13 minutes is about it. As long as there's nothing in his way, we will be good to go here. Now, the weather will hold off, as you can see. It's not what you would call bright and sunny in comparison to the north of us, where it is much clearer. And then we'll go chase after the Wabash once we get our Penn Central in the bag here. So let's level with the tracks at this point. Square off so we're ready. That should be good view. Yeah, that looks like we'll be in pretty good shape for crossing. So until then, so it could be any moment until we see the Penn Central. Thank you for the update again, sincerely. And this is what makes it so much fun. Everyone working together, helping each other find it, see it, film it, picture it, enjoy it, whatever it is. I hope everyone's having a great day. This has been fun. Pretty cool to have two Heritage locomotives within an hour of each other at the same place. That horn you hear, that is the dam operator opening the lock as they move boats from the river level up to the lake level here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, at Tenbridge over the Tennessee River.
Hey, let's see what pullback you got. Okay. Don't forget.
Norfolk Southern, milepost 334.1. No defects. Repeat, no defects.
And there goes somebody just came through the lock. You can see them between the pylons over there on the far side of the river. They just came through the lock and they are going downriver, which at this point is basically to the west. Our sky that way. All good. We can see the rain streaks over that way. And looking down towards the other end of the DeButts Yard, it's still a little on the dark side. So
Norfolk Southern, milepost 334.1, now defect. Repeat, now defect.
So at this time, we are waiting. We know he's within just a couple miles of us. 26C, the Penn Central leading Florida to Chicago, within 5 miles of us here at Tenbridge. He'll be coming from right there. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to listen so that you can kind of have something to watch for the moment. You can go ahead and watch that rapidly moving, churning water that just made air conditioning for many of us in the area. We are 65% packed for an immediate takeoff to the far end of the DeButts Yard, which will be the west end, where we will catch, weather permitting, more of the Wabash in part 2. Sometimes that 5-mile stretch from TVRM to here can be 15 minutes or 4 hours. You just never know. So we are kind of sitting here. We're going to give him at least 15 minutes because the Wabash will make about 5 miles an hour through the yard before he gets to the far end. If anybody has, if y'all are still chasing him, give us an update if they're holding him there at Brown or if he's coming on through the Y, on through Citico. Some thunder in the distance. Not immediately close, but in the distance. Tennessee River sweeping past. Where we are now waiting for the Penn Central to cross over the Tennessee River, making his way to Illinois. Get the binoculars, see if we can see the indications. Right at the other end are the bridge, our double signal indications for both, since this is a double track bridge, for both lines going north. we are experiencing a little disconnection, so you probably lost me there for a little bit. We are still here, we are still live. We are dealing with heat and type of exposure that we've been running. Probably have some additional noise there, my apologies. We are, however, still live. We are trying to overcome even though the sun's temporarily tucked in and we were experiencing some heat, and because of the wind, we do have the dead cat on, which doesn't help the factor on the camera. But like I said, we're working on technology as well as I can, where we're still trying to stay live. And now I'm going to go back and double check one more time. Our signals, and I'll report back, because there are 2 signal towers at the very end of the bridge. So let's go check, see what we've got there, and I'll be right back. You guys monitor the scanner. Tell me if I miss anything. And you all will listen to authorization for 26C. 26C. Red is not the choice that we want. Hey, are you guys here at TVRM? Not TVRM, are you guys here at Tenbridge? As you just read, we do have lots of red on that side of the bridge. Which is not good news. Now, hi you guys down in the west parking lot. If you see green, yell. We're gonna make a decision how long to stay here versus chase after the Wabash down at the other end. Decisions. So, I'll put the binocs away. You guys yell when we have green, and then we'll all get excited.
You ain't got time to smoke, you know, I'll be working now.
For those on with us, we are at Tenbridge on the CNO&TP South Sub, awaiting train 26C, Penn Central, NS number 1073. As the clouds move overhead, the wind picks up, the signals stay red, and we know he's within 2 miles of us right now. So close, but yet so far. But we are waiting, and then shortly we will roll on down and go back to the Wabash. Change here in a moment. And pick up on that chase as the Seagull soars overhead and the wind picks up. And we await for red to go green. And we have assistance right here helping you guys. So all the bases are covered. We just need a hit and then he can run. If we had Sheldon on, we could just have him do a little train dance. Our locomotive would just pop right into sight, and we'd be looking at the Penn Central.
Yeah, probably.
So it's up to you guys at the west end to do your part. Talk them into coming on. And I don't mean the storm. If I want to get wet, I can do the shower thing. We need the train thing. How are you guys today? Another day in paradise. Everybody out for a walk, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna got to do right off the bat.
Might as well get things right out of the way.
Get over with.
Makes it easier to walk.
Yes.
You guys have a good walk. As they take a walk together here at the river park. Over there where those of you in the Tennessee Valley area are enjoying your air conditioning, because that is your electricity being produced right there. And as a result, all that swirling water that you see came through those turbines. Where it smashes into the pylons of Tenbridge, which is much higher than normal from what you've seen the last few weeks, but I'm sure that, as we talked earlier, that power supply demand has probably been pretty hefty. It's currently 4:33 Eastern Standard Time. We are going to give this till 5. At 5 o'clock, we are going to move to the west end, where by then the Wabash should have made its way to, and we'll pick up part 2 there. So, don't go anywhere. We've still got much to come as long as the weather cooperates. As we talked earlier, rain at 5, rain at 6, just depends on where you're standing. I guess that means I'm on my own here. Still red, that's bad news. Field trip to Alaska? My dad loved going up there. I don't know how many cruises he took. He just said it was incredibly beautiful. All right, our countdown continues. Our weight on the Penn Central, 1073. Hopefully, he'll be making his way in the next 24 minutes right here across this bridge before we go chase the Wabash again.
You don't know it till I'm in.
When you say the tankers, are you talking about those round cylinders right there? If so, they're filled with, I'm going to guess, concrete or some heavy material, because those are the barriers that keep the river from going in that massive hole that's over there, if that was the question. And there's a whole series of them that they drove into the base of the river, then pumped all that out, and for the last however many years have been building the new locks there at that structure. You guys have a safe trip home. Thanks for the updates. Rain looks like it's getting closer. And we're continuing our countdown where we still have reds on the far side of the bridge as we look for the 1073, NS1073, leading train 26C, the Penn Central, on up to Chicago. So at this point, it's sitting right behind us, Exitico. And we are going to go ahead and pack just a little bit more because the wind is picking up and I feel that wet moment coming. good day.
That's right, W over here. Lined up off right there.
Everybody's taking them off.
Yep.
Safety dispatch.
Down north, yeah. North town. Hey, buddy, coming middle ramp here. Need to get on the thoroughfare just long enough to clear up this big. Big guy.
All right, that was them talking to 26C, although part of it got cut off.
Dispatch. Alright, behind the 1 yarding signal indication down Jersey.
Get out west. Get out west.
1599. And 284, 284 on at 445. They're in a swap at 23rd. Yep.
Clear, you're coming south, man.
All right, we are
Now, could be line to turn straight.
literally on the edge of the rain, depending on which way it goes. They were talking to 26C, but I couldn't understand the conversation. He got covered over. Hopefully they were giving him authorization. Above us, we're okay. Beside of us, we aren't. Across the way, it's great. And behind us is okay. So we are on the edge of that rain, as you all just read about. Wind has picked up dramatically. And if you're asking, can we tell where a train is? No, if you work for the railroad, they do have that opportunity. If you're asking about the controls, the trains run off of PTC, which tells them a whole list of different things. But as far as me being able to tell where a train is, not working for the railroad, no. Can't tell where he is right this moment. We do know that he passed TVRM, which means he's holding up there at Citico, which is brown. Probably got a crew change there would be my guess, because there has been nothing across the bridge now for a little while. And we are literally on the edge of the rain. We're going to stay here a little bit. Since we know he's close, since we know they just had scanner conversation, hopefully they were getting authorization to proceed. So let's check our signals. Yes, we need the rain. Looks like we're going to have 8 days of opportunity. Knock some of that pollen down. Well, let's knock the pollen down after we see the Penn Central. Okay, you guys, at this time, we have green indication. We have green signal indication on the inside track closest to us. So, authorization to proceed northbound across the Tenbridge over the Tennessee River here on the CNO&TP South Sub. So, we should be seeing the Penn Central. Hopefully he is next in line around that corner since he passed TVRM 40 minutes ago and nothing else has been. So hopefully there was nothing else in between him and he is our next train across, because it's now a race to his crossing this bridge or him being wet when he crosses this bridge, which means we'll be wet. So, green signal indication though, so good news here at Tenbridge on Rail Moments. And everybody, thank you for the updates. Thank you for being with us. We will sign off right after this train passes without a goodbye, because we are going to move to the other end of DeButts, provided that the weather conditions are allowable to do so, where we could go ahead and pick up the Wabash again. But we have green signal indication. Let's get ready, and let's hope it waits just long enough for this train to get across for us. The Penn Central is about to cross. That's him that you hear coming from behind you. All right, we have him on approach. 26C, moving right at us right now. Well, at least what I believe is 26C coming right at us right now. We do hope this is him. He's close enough for it to count. We are under the umbrella and it is raining. And we have approach. And that is the Penn Central making his way across Tenbridge, leading train 26C from Florida to Chicago. Norfolk Southern Heritage Unit 1073, the Penn Central. We may be under the umbrella, but we got it, and I'm glad you were here with me to catch it as the rest of the train makes its way across the bridge. The moment that train crosses, we will end this unless it starts raining harder, and we're going to go to the other end of the DeButts Yard for part 2, where we're going to try and find the Wabash again. A little lightning show there for you. Sorry, that gust of wind caught us there. As you can see, those raindrops are falling. We're under the umbrella for a moment. We've got to dash back to production 6. We'll see you at the other end of DeButts as long as the weather permits. Thanks for being with Casey and I here on Rail Moments in the middle of the rain. And there goes the Penn Central.